Welcome students. Today we are going to see the next chapter as we have finished the data structure. Today we are going to see chapter operating systems. Operating systems. Operating systems. So take down the title first. Operating systems. Now, in this chapter, we are going to see what is in by operating system, what are its functions, and other things. So, this chapter is having second largest weightage, but completely theoretical chapter is. The concepts are there only. So, what is operating system? Operating system is an interface between user and machine, that is hardware. Machine, that is hardware. Similarly, one more definition is there for operating system. Operating system is a set of system softwares. Now question arises, what is meant by system software and application software? What is system software? It is a set of system software. So what is meant by, we know that what is software? Software, that is a program, but there are two types of software, that is application software and system software. Application software is used to solve a particular problem. For example, C++, it is an application software. Why? Because by using the C++ we can write down the program to solve the particular problem. That is application software. Whereas system software, which interact with system, who drives the system, who operate the system, that is system software. We know that all of us, we uses the smartphones, and in that smartphone, to drive that smartphone, we require a software. So Android is there, iOS is there, Apple is there. Now similarly, it is a set of system softwares which drives the hardware, which run the hardware, which operate the hardware. For example, take this example of a system software. Way back when there were the audio cassettes, so there is a tape which runs and we listen the songs. But nowadays there are the CDs. We can insert the CD. As soon as CD is inserted, we will get the index of all the songs, and by using remote control we select the song and that particular song is run. So in that circular disc, the songs are stored, that is in the form of files. So which file is stored from which location, it is mentioned somewhere. That is called as a file system. And by using that system software, that disk is rotated and particular location will be selected and that song will be run. So it is a set of system softwares, thousands of system softwares. So what is the advantage of having the operating system? Without operating system, machine is a dead machine. So completely dead machine will be there without operating system. So we can draw the diagram like this. This is the hardware. This is the hardware. Now this hardware, that is a machine. So there is operating system. There is operating system. Operating system. Okay. Operating system. Operating system. And after them, there are applications like C++, Paintbrush, Word, and then at outermost orbit there is user. So we are here, we are the users. We user run the application, say C++. On desktop, number of applications are there. So being is user, we being user, we request for particular application, say C++. So by double clicking we demand the application, but on that hard disk, on that storage device where that application is, that we don't know. Looking toward the CD, we can't say where that particular application which we want, where it is loaded. It is operating system who drive the hardware, who rotate the disk, and where that application is on that disk, circular disk, it locates and it put the head there and we get the application. So this is the logical diagram of operating system. So what is the role of operating system? What is the role of operating system? What are the services of operating system? So first of all, we have seen the definition. Now services of operating system. Services of operating system. Basically there are three services. So lot of services are there by the operating system. We see whenever we start the computer system, what happens? As soon as computer system is started, a desktop appears. So operating system is also a program, and as soon as computer system is started, very first program is loaded. That program is none other than operating system, and as operating system program is executed, you will get the desktop where start button is there, taskbar is there, desktop is there, number of icons are there. It means operating system program is executed as we write down the program of C++. Similarly, operating system is also a program, it is a software. But such software that run, that operate, that drives the machine, hardware. So who interact with the hardware, who drives the hardware, that is a system software. Who interact with system, that is system software. C++, that is application software. Now as soon as computer system is started, what happens? As computer system is started, we get the desktop. It means the program called operating system is executed. Now operating system program is ready to serve you. What do you want? So you say, suppose I want Paintbrush. So start accessories Paintbrush. So Paintbrush will be available to you. So who has made the Paintbrush available to you? Who is there to bring the Paintbrush software to you? Who is there who provide the service what you want? Which software you want, which program you want to run, whether C++, Paintbrush, Office, whatever that, you demand by simply clicking. But who is there? There is a operating system who take your request, run the hardware, drives the hardware, and available you the software which you want. So this is the operating system. So without operating system, machine is completely dead machine. So what are the services provided by the operating system? Lot of services are there, thousands of services are there, thousands of services. So these services are categorized under three major groups. Information management, information management, information management, in short we will say IM. Then next, process management, process management, in bracket PM, and last, memory management. Memory management, we will say memory management, we will say MM. So these are three categories. Broadly all the services are divided into major categories. operating system not only provide a single service, say saving the file, opening the file, closing the file, running the program, terminating the program, rotating the disk. Now once again we will clarify what is the difference between application software and system software and why operating system is called as a system software. Application software is a software or program which is used to solve particular problem, whereas system software is a program which drives the system, which interact the system, that is a system software. Now take the example, in C++ we write down the program like, write a program in C++ to read the radius and print the area of circle. This is the application program. Have you seen such type of program? Write a program in C++ to rotate the hard disk for 5 times. Never. Write a program in C++ to run the printer. No. So there is operating system who do this. So operating system is also a software, but it is called as a system software. So these are the 3 services. What is in by information management? What are the services which falls under this category called information management? We know that computer system is there, and in that first of all we are going to see information management right now. Information management. So I am going to scratch it. This is a processor, CPU. This is memory, where program is loaded for execution. Second, that is a memory, but externally connected memory where program is loaded temporarily. This one is a storage device called disk. Disk, that is storage device. Storage device. Storage device. Now this is the program, sorry, memory. Now whenever computer system is started, in this disk operating system is loaded somewhere, stored somewhere. That operating system is loaded in memory, operating system. And once from the disk operating system program is get loaded in memory, CPU run it and you get the desktop on the screen. Star, number of icons like this. So when desktop appears, it means the program is executed called operating system, and hence whenever computer system is started, very first program is loaded, that is operating system, and it is essential also. Why? Because unless until operating system is there, who will provide us service? So service provider must be first of all. So operating system provides the service. So whenever computer system is started, the disk is rotated and completely brought here. That is called as a sector. Where at the sector where operating system is loaded, operating system is stored. That sector is called as a boot sector. Boot. Why it is called as a boot sector? Because loading the operating system into memory, that is called as a booting. The question may be asked in the examination, what is meant by booting? Booting stands for loading the operating system into memory. Once operating system program is loaded in memory, program executed, desktop appear, it means computer system is booted. Unless until computer system is booted, we can't do further activities. We will say computer is not going to start. Unless until desktop is there, we can't start any other program like C++, Paintbrush. So first of all, operating system program must get executed. So first of all, operating system program is loaded in memory, that is called as a booting, and CPU run it, you will get the desktop. Now there is an icon of C++. Now you can double click on C++. So C++ program is supposed loaded here and this sector. Disk is rotated and program is loaded C++. And thus now CPU will switch from operating system to C++ and hence desktop will disappear, C++ editor will appear. So there are now 2 programs. So such a lot of information is stored on the storage device, and the role of information management is to load the program from memory to disk, then execute the program. Now operating system's information management has lot of tasks related to information. Loading the information from disk into memory. Once the program is over, we finish it. Program is written, program is saved on the disk. Saving the program from memory to disk. So information management has lot of activities. So printed notes will be given to you regarding the operating system. Printed notes will be given to you, but information management is completely related with the management of information. Computer system is having storage device. Lot of information is stored on storage device like disk. So loading the information into memory, saving the information to again disk. Lot of whatever the related with the information, that is called as the information management part of the operating system. So what are the services of information management that we are going to see? Now second is process management. Now second is a process management. What we are going to see in process management? Process management. Process management. What is the process management part? Three services are there: information management, process management, memory management. So in information management, information management deals completely with the management of information. Whatever the information is on the disk, to manage that information, that is the role of information management part of the operating system. Second part is the process management. What it do? It is completely related with the process. As long as information is on the disk, it is simply the information or file we say. Files are available on the disk, hard disk, storage device like disk. So as long as the information is on the disk, that is simply called as a file. But once that file is loaded from disk into memory, it becomes the process. So what is process? What is process? What is process and what to manage? When information is loaded, information which is in the form of file, when information file is loaded from disk to memory, it becomes process. It becomes process. So process management, once the information is loaded from disk into memory, it becomes the process. Unless until it is loaded in memory, it is not called as a process. Why? Because it competes for CPU's time. So as long as information is on the disk, it is simply information. But once the information is loaded from disk into memory, it becomes the process. Now the task of process management is to manage the process. It may be possible that number of processes may be loaded in memory, but processor is a single one. Process management. Process management is completely concerned with the management of processes. CPU is only one, we know that. Computer system is having only one CPU. This is the memory where first of all operating system program is loaded, we know that. Computer system is started, it means at least one program is there, that is in the memory. One program is there in the memory. That program is none other than operating system. So as computer system is started, at least one program is there. One program is in run state, run, which that is operating system. So after that you have loaded the C++. After that you have loaded the music player. After that you have loaded the paintbrush. Number of programs are there: C++, media player, paintbrush. But CPU is only one. Which one will be executed? So when the program is loaded from disk into memory, it becomes the process. Process 1, process 2, process 3. But processor is only one. So number of processes are more than one, but processor is only one. So how to manage? That is called as process management. Number of processes can be there in memory. Everybody want to get execute. Everybody is competing for CPU's time. C++ want to get execute itself. PenRush, MediaPlayer, everyone want to get execute because there is only one processor, but number of processes are there. So that is the job of process management, how to manage it. And last, there is a memory management. We know that CPU, memory, very first operating system is loaded, so remaining memory is there. Next, C++ program is there, remaining memory is there. So how much total memory is, how much is consumed by operating system, how much memory is remain balance. Now when a program is requested by the user like C++, so first of all it has to see how much total memory is available, whether user demanded program will be loaded in that memory, and after loading how much it require, how much will be balanced. It means that job of memory management is to manage the memory, to track, to keep the track how the total memory is, how much is consumed by operating system, how much user want, which software you want to load, user want to load, whether that software, that application, that program will be loaded in memory, whether there is a sufficient amount of memory or not. So before loading the program from disk into memory, because we demand the program, operating system is there first of all, but we want C++. So before loading the C++ from disk into memory, first of all memory management has to check how much total memory available and whether C++ will get loaded in that memory. If yes, then it will be loaded. It means keeping the track of total memory. That is the job of memory management. So the list of services will be provided in the form of PDF. Very easy chapter is there. No logic is required. Simple philosophical concepts are there. Just concepts are there. So as we have seen, management, their services will be given in the form of PDF. Thank you.